This is Bassus. This is Bassus ossis crani. So the part is you're seeing is the Bassus ossis crani. Above this will be the calvaria, which is dissected, and the border, that is the lower border, will start from glabella. One second. The glabella, and then arcus superciliaris, and then it goes from zygomaticus. These are zygomaticus processes. There is frontal zygomaticus processes, then zygomaticus, and then arcus zygomaticus, and then zygomaticus processus temporal, and then the upper part of the opening. This is meatus externus, upper part of it, and the upper part of mastoidium. This is the borderline which is dividing between calvaria and the lower skull, and then you get superior. The superior part, the superior linea nuceus superior of, not suprema, superior of our occipital bone, and also the protuberantia externa of occipital bone. These are the border which separates the calvaria, the upper skull, and this is the Bassus ossis crani, that is calvaria and Bassus ossis crani. Now let's start with the namings. As you can see, this is Bassus crani externa, because this is the external one, and this is Bassus crani interna. Now let's see the borders. And this is the anterior surface. This is the This is the anterior surface. Up one. This is the from here to here is the middle one surface, and this is the posterior surface. So what are the borders? The posterior edge. There is spina posterior nasalis, palatine bone. The posterior end of palatine bone to the front of foramen magnum. This part. These are the borders which divide the anterior, the posterior, and the middle part in the external side. And then the internal side is ala minor, the lesser wings of sphenoid bone, that is this, and then the superior border of the temporal pars this superior border from here, superior border, and the lesser wings, ala minor of sphenoid bone, divides the anterior and the posterior part, and this is the medial part of internal Bassus ossis interna. Now let's start with the namings of the Bassus crani externa, okay, external surface. To remember, you can remember this whole part as palatinus. Although this is maxillary bone, this whole surface is the palatine bone, that is the, you can say, the hard palate bone of Bassus crani externa. This is maxillaris bone, and this whole surface is palatinus. So you can remember all the namings over here. This is temporal bone. This is zygomaticus bone. This is the frontal bone. This is the nasal bone and the lacrimal bone. I'll come to that later. This is maxillary bone, zygomaticus, and then temporal bone, frontal bone, and then inside you'll get ethmoidalis. Okay, we'll come to that later. Now this, as the palate bone, you can start with, this is sutura. There are two suturas. Okay, this is sutura palatino mediana, sutura palatino transversa. Okay, the middle one is mediana, and then this is the end of palatino. So this is known as this is the end of palatino, as nasalis also starts over here. So this is spina nasalis posterior. This you can see, the end of palatine bone is spina nasalis posterior, and then this is spina nasalis anterior. This was posterior. Okay, this was posterior, that was anterior. There are two processes now on this palatinous surface. One is processus palatinus maxillae, and then processus alveoli maxillae is the upper surface of the teeth. This one, from here to here and from here to here. This is processus alveoli maxillae, and this is processus palatinus maxillae. And if you dissect it like this, the processus alveoli will be the same, but this dissected part inside this here, it will become this inner part will become the processus palatinus maxillare. And then there are foramens. 3 foramens. This is incisivus, okay, canalis incisivus or fossa incisivus. So this foramen will be foramen incisivus. There will be 3 foramens over here. One palatinus, foramen palatinus major, over here also foramen palatinus major, and below that you will find 2 small foramens, that is foramen palatinus minoris. Here also 2, here also 2. And then this is normal labelings like sulci palatinus, torus palatinus. Okay. We were done with sutura palatinus mediana, sutura palatinus transversi, and now there comes linea. Okay, linea. This is linea. From here to here is linea horizontalis ossis palatinus, and the medial, this one, it will come. It's broken over here, but the straight will be linea perpendicularis ossis palatinus, like this one. This is linea horizontalis. It's like 90 degree. One is like this horizontalis, and the inner one will be lamina perpendicularis ossis palatinus. See this one, lamina horizontalis ossis palatinus, lamina perpendicularis ossis palatinus. And now this is vomer. Here vomer will sit. That's also broken. And then there are 2 laminas of sphenoid bone over here. If you remember, the lower part of sphenoid bone was pterygoid part, if you remember properly. So this will be after these 2 laminas. This is lamina horizontalis ossis palatini, lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. As you remember, the sphenoid bone had lower part. Sphenoid bone's lower part was known as pterygoidea part. They have 2 laminas. That's the inner one will be medial. As you know, anything tending towards inside the body will be medial. This is lamina medialis. This is lamina medialis processus pterygoides. This is lamina lateralis processus pterygoides. Lamina medialis processus pterygoides. Lamina lateralis processus pterygoides. And just above that you will find canalis pterygoidea. See this one, canalis pterygoidea, and fossa scaphoidea would be somewhere here. It's broken. Canalis pterygoidea. It's very important. I'll show you properly. This is lamina medialis processus pterygoides. This is lamina lateralis processus pterygoides, and above that you will find canalis pterygoidea. This is a very important canalis, so don't forget it. And as we come this side, this is zygomaticus bone, which has 3 processes. It's connected to 3 bones: maxillary bone, frontal bone, and temporal bone. Processus temporalis, processus frontalis, processus maxillaris, processus zygomaticus, processus zygomaticus, processus zygomaticus. This is fossa temporalis. This is fossa infratemporalis. This, which is divided by crista infratemporalis. This is the crista infratemporalis. Which divides fossa infratemporalis and fossa temporalis. Okay, this is processus zygomaticus os temporalis. This is fossa jugularis, where the fossa mandibularis. This is fossa mandibularis, where the mandible bone sits. The head of mandible bone sits over here. And then, as you know, there is tuberculum articulare, which sits over here. Yeah. Tuberculum articulare, and then there are 2 suturas. One is sutura petrosquamosa, and one is sutura petrotymphanica, and the another sutura comes over here, which is sutura tymphanomastoidea. This is processus mastoideus, processus zygomaticus os temporalis, processus styloideus, processus mastoideus, and then this is meatus acousticus externa. There are 1 sutura over here, that is sutura tymphanomastoidea, 2 suturas over here, sutura squamosa, sutura petrosquamosa, sutura petrotymphanica, and this was fossa mandibularis, tuberculum articulare. Okay, and then you find foramen stylomastoideum just between styloid and mastoideum. Foramen mastoideum, that is just behind mastoideum. Processus mastoideum, and this is incisura mastoideum. And then this is fossa jugularis. fossa ugularis or canal ugularis, where foramen ugularis is also present. See, fossa ugularis, where foramen or canal is, it's given in the PDF as canalis ugularis or foramen ugularis, you can see. Okay, and then this is condylis occipitalis. This is canalis condylus. Just below it is canalis condylus, and above it, inside. This is canalis condylus, canalis occipitalis, and from the inside there will be canalis hypoglossalis. Don't get confused. From the inside, always canalis hypoglossalis comes. This is foramen magnum, canalis condylus. This is occipital bone, as you know, linea notoria superior, suprema, inferior, protuberantia, occipitale not inferior. So externa and crista occipitale externa, linea, and then this is foramen magnum, and then as you come, this is foramen mastoidium, and processus mastoidium. This is meatus acousticus externa, and on the mouse-like shaped face. Always the hole on the mouse-like shaped is canalis caroticus from external surface. Canalis caroticus externa, opening externa, the mouse shape. Okay, the mouse shape, very important. And then this is process. Now this is processus pharyngeum, and the connecting link of occipital bone and sphenoid bone is synchondrosis or spinoccipitalis. This is sphenoid bone, and where it connects is synchondrosis spinoccipitalis. And then this is arcus. In between zygomaticus bone and temporal bone, where the processes meet, is arcus zygomaticus. This is sutura zygomatico-maxillare, where like the cracks. Sutura zygomatico-maxillare. And there was here sutura, here was one sutura, and then here one sutura. This is Petrus part. This is the Petrus part. So this is sutura petro-occipitalis. Just below condylus occipitalis, you will find a sutura, that is sutura petro-occipitalis. This sutura is done, and 1 second. And then there is sutura lambdoidea. When the occipital bone and the parietal bone meet at the parietal bone's margo lambdoidea and occipital bone's margo parietale, there is a sutura lambdoidea. And then this main plate is the hard plate is known as palatium osseum, and anything is remaining. This one, the nose. This is Conhe, Conhe, Chone, and from the front it is apertura pisiformis. This is Conhe from inside. This is apertura pisiformis. Let's do the holes again from outside. Foramen magnum, canalis condylus, canalis hypoglossalis from the inside, fossa ugularis, foramen or fossa ugularis, foramen or canalis ugularis, and then this eye shaped on the mouse is canalis caroticus. The foramen between processus mastoideus and processus styloideus is foramen stylomastoideum. The foramen below processus mastoideum is foramen mastoideum. This is acousticus meatus acousticus externa or porus acousticus externa, and this is canalis pterygoidea. Let's do the foramen rotundum ovale spinosum lacerum from the frontal view. This is foramen incisivus in canalis or fossa incisivus, foramen palatinus major, and minor too. Just above there should be bone joining here, which differentiates the lacerum and fossa scaphoidea. When the face of the mouse ends, there will be a small fossa, that is fossa scaphoidea. There will be, uske upar will be foramen lacerum spinosum ovale. Okay, here fossa scaphoidea, there will be a bone, then foramen lacerum. Okay, this is Bassis crani interna, and the first foramen comes over here, foramen cecum, or in this you can see properly, foramen cecum. This is lamina cribrosa, okay. Lamina cribrosa, and it's surrounded by foramen cribrosas, which is not here. 1, 2, 3, many foramen cribrosas. This is lamina cribrosa. This thing is lamina cribrosa. This is foramen cecum, okay. And then as you go down, this is fascius orbitalis, ossis frontalis. Fascius orbitalis. In frontal bone, you would have studied this. Fascius orbitalis, or ossis frontalis. And then this is jugum spinoidale, and spinoidal bone gets settled. Wait a second. Yes, this was rostrum spinoidale. Rostrum. This was jugum spinoidale. So this thing is jugum spinoidale. Jugum spinoidale, and then two sutras which you get only from the inner part is sutura spinofrontalis. This is sphenoid part. This is frontal bone. So the sutura between them is sutura spinofrontalis, and one more sutura is sutura spinopetrosa. This is sutura sphenoid bone. This is the petrous part. Remember, from above of foramen spinosum, the spinosum ovale. Spinosum and ovale, uske upar se this sutura will go, okay. Fissura. This is a fissura. Fissura spinopetrosa that goes above spinosum and ovale. So this, it goes like this, fissura spinopetrosa. Spinopetrosa. Petrous part of temporal bone, like this. See. This is spinosum, this is ovale. Fissura of spinopetros part goes like this. Above foramen spinosum and ovale, this is fissura. And then one more fissura is in temporal part itself, that is fissura petroscomosa, like this. Even from outside, even from outside you can show it. So fissura petroscomosa, and then this is the clivus. This is the clivus. This is the clivus. Okay, and then you get is sulcus sinus petrosi superioris, that comes over here. Sulcus sinus petrosi superioris, and then sulcus sinus sigmoidea, sulcus sinus petrosi inferioris, and now I'll show you sulcus caroticus in the sphenoid bone, because this skull bone is very damaged. This is sulcus caroticus from side of basis ossis. The corpus ossis spinoidalis you get is sulcus caroticus here and here. Sulcus caroticus. It's basically over. Fuck it. Let me show you sulcus caroticus. This is sulcus caroticus in sphenoid bone. This is the corpus ossis spinoidalis. Uske side mein you will get sulcus caroticus. Here corpus will come. This is sulcus caroticus. Here corpus and dorsum will come. This is sulcus caroticus, which is tending towards sulcus sinus inferioris petrosi, sulcus sinus superioris petrosi, sulcus sinus sigmoidea, sulcus sinus superioris petrosi, sulcus sinus inferioris petrosi, sulcus caroticus, and then sutura spinofrontalis, fissura. Just above the foramens will be fissura spinopetrosa, and then inside temporal bone will be fissura petroscomosa. Spinopetrosa, petroscomosa. Okay. Now let us do with canalis condylaris. We know it's from the inside. Canalis condylaris from the inside. Canalis hypoglosalis, we know it's from the inside. Canalis hypoglosalis, canalis caroticus is like from the outside below the condylaris occipitalis. Uske niche, below that you will find canalis condylaris, and inside that it is canalis hypoglosalis. Even from the front, from the inner part, both it's the same scenario. Inside is canalis hypoglosalis, and this is canalis condylaris. And the foramen magnum, and then here is fossa jugularis, foramen jugularis, fossa jugularis, foramen ocularis. So fossa or canalis jugularis foramen, whatever you can say, it forms when occipital bone ka incisuras and temporal bone ka fossa or incisura join. Then it becomes proper fossa or canalis jugularis where the foramen ocularis is present. This is proper fossa jugularis when occipital and temporal bone ka incisura jugularis is formed. And that's how fossa jugularis is formed and where foramen ocularis is present. Okay, and this is porus acousticus interna or meatus acousticus interna. This is which comes out of porus acousticus externa or meatus acousticus externa. This was that. Upper one is superior, this one inner one. Inner one is inferior, lower one is inferior. Sulcus sinus inferior petrosi, sulcus sinus superior petrosi, and then occipital normal namings: squama occipitale, protuberantia occipitale interna, crista occipitale interna, foramen magnum, and then canalis hypoglossalis we know from inside. Canalis condylaris is from here, canalis hypoglossalis from the inside, and then foramen ocularis as I explained it to you, acousticus interna, and then sulcus sinus petrosi inferior, superior, sigmoidea, superior, inferior, sigmoidea, and then caroticus. This will be the dorsum cellae, blah blah blah, and then you get interna fissura. Fissura petrococcipitale. This is the occipital bone. This is the petros part. Okay. So this is fissura petrococcipitale. Like actually it's like sulcus sinus petrosi inferioris. It's here. Both are like same. Just remember it's same. Sulcus sinus petrosi inferioris. It actually goes inside. This is sulcus sinus petrosi inferioris. Sorry, the inner one is sulcus sinus petrosi inferioris, and this whole thing is fissura petrococcipitale. Fissura petrococcipitale is petros part of temporal bone and occipital bone. This is, as you know, sulcus sinus inferioris petrosi. It's inside actually, if you see, but you have to name it here only. But it's actually a little bit inside. Either under is inside it's present the sulcus sinus inferioris petrosi, and this is the fissura petrococcipitale. Let's revise the sutura and fissuras because those are the most confusing ones. Sutura spino frontalis, and then you get fissura petroscomosa, that is petros part, and scomosa bone is this is inside the bone. Fissura petroscomosa is inner one. Petros and scomosa both are the parts of temporal bone, and then fissura spinopetrosa is sphenoid and petros above the foramens, and then continues here above the foramens. Here petroscomosa, fissura petroscomosa above the foramens. See, above the foramen se ऊपर से आके it joins here. So this is fissura petroscomosa, fissura petros. This is the sulcus sinus inferioris petrosi is actually inside. It's like under, यहाँ से inside. If you go inside, and then this is fissura petrococcipitale. This is fissura petrococcipitale. Sulcus sinus inferioris petrosi. You will name it over here only, but it's actually a little bit inside. And this is fissura petrococcipitale. Both naming will be from here only. And then let's go to sutras and fissuras. We'll revise it again. Sutra spinofrontalis is over here. Sutra spinofrontalis, and then three fissuras. Fissura spinopetrosa is spinopetrosa, petros part, spino, as I told you, above the foramen selena. So from here take it, sutura spinopetrosa, and then it almost joins fissura spinopetrosa. Okay, above the foramen say it will come, sphenoid and front petros part will join, and fissura petroscomosa is inner one only. Either se bhi you can name, yahan se also you can name, from here and there, that is fissura petroscomosa over here. And then let's do all the main foramens. The inner one is canalis opticus, niche canalis pterygoidea, just here. above the two laminas, canalis pterygoidea like this, sphenoid bone. Canalis pterygoidea, C. Canalis opticus, canalis opticus, canalis pterygoidea, C. Canalis pterygoidea, canalis pterygoidea, canalis opticus, foramen rotundum, ovale, spinosum. This is fossa hypophysealis, dorsum sele, tuberculum sele, this was chiasmaticus, the sulcus chiasmaticus, canalis opticus, fissura orbitalis superior, fissura orbitalis superior, canalis opticus, canalis pterygoidea, and then rotundum, ovale, spinosum, dorsum sele, tuberculum sele, sulcus chiasmaticus, fossa hypophysealis, and everything. Whole this thing is known as sella turcica. Now let's do it in normal bone. This is canalis opticus, fissura orbitalis superior, fissura orbitalis superior, canalis opticus, foramen rotundum, ovale spinosum, canalis opticus, and canalis pterygoidea will be above the laminas. So यहाँ से जाने lamina laterale processus pterygoides, lamina mediale processus pterygoides, above that is canalis pterygoidea. The lower part of sphenoid bone is pterygoidea part. Remember like that. Okay, canalis pterygoidea. We are done with this. Is acousticus internus, porus acousticus internus. This is foramen cecum. This is dorsum sele, tuberculum sele, and then two processes comes. Processus clinoidalis. Two on dorsum sele and two on the ends of ala minor. This is processus clinoidalis anterior, processus clinoidalis posterior. This is behind, this is anterior. This is behind, or DP. I remember at dorsum sele, P, DP. Dorsum sele has the posterior processes of clinoidalis, and this one processus clinoidalis anterior. Here. Processus clinoidalis posterior, processus clinoidalis anterior. On dorsum sele will be processus clinoidalis posterior. On the ends of ala minor will be processus clinoidalis anterior. This is done. Before that, we'll do the palatine namings. As this was the external one. External base is crani, and as I told you, this was the palatine bone, and all were named as palatine namings. Let's revise and recall again. Palatium osseum, okay, and this was sutura palatino mediana, sutura palatino transversa, lamina horizontalis ossis palatini, lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini, processus alveoli, processus pterygoidea. Processus palatinus maxillare, processus alveoli maxillare, okay, sulci maxillaris, torus maxillaris, which was surrounding the sutural palatino media, surrounded by torus on both the sides, torus here, okay, and then foramen incisivus in fossa incisivus, which was formed by, I'll come to that later, foramen palatinus major and two foramen palatinus minors. Okay, now we'll understand by looking in maxillae bone. This was canalis incisivus. This was canalis incisivus. This was canalis incisivus. When the left and right join, it becomes fossa incisivus, where the foramen incisivus is located. This is processus palatinus maxillare. Not maxillary, but you can say processus palatinus. This was processus alveoli. So when you cut it in the transversion section, this becomes processus palatinus. But if you have to show it in the bone, according to the PDF, it's like this: processus palatinus here and here. Processus alveoli remains the same, that is surrounding the teeth boundaries. And then torus we were done with, and this whole thing is the boundary. It's crista palatina here. This is crista palatina. This is spina nasalis posterior, spina nasalis anterior, spina nasalis posterior, spina nasalis anterior. Here you can find it. Spina nasalis anterior. and then from the behind surface, if you can see, this is the front one, anterior here. This is anterior part, it's like where spina nasalis anterior comes. This is spina nasalis posterior, and this canalis palatinus major, which joins and forms foramen palatinus major, and behind two foramens will come, that is foramen palatinus minor. This is canalis palatinus major. Okay, see, foramen palatinus major, which was formed by canalis palatinus major. Here you can see foramen palatinus major and foramen palatinus minor, two foramen palatinus major, and this was canalis incisivus, where foramen incisivus and fossa incisivus is formed on left and right. See, foramen palatinus major, minor, foramen incisivus when left and right are joined together. Okay, there are 7 sutras and 2 fissuras. Fissura we learned, fissura orbitalis superior, fissura orbitalis inferior, canalis opticus. Okay, now sutra one by one. Sutra frontoethmoidalis. Where is frontal bone? Here is frontal bone. Here is ethmoidal bone. So sutra frontoethmoidalis, between them. Okay. Next, sutra sphenoethmoidalis. Where is sphenoid bone? This is sphenoid, and ethmoid bone is here. There are 2 fissuras, as we learned, fissura orbitalis superior, fissura orbitalis inferior, and canalis opticus. Okay, fissura orbitalis superior, inferior. Now there are 7 sutras. According to the bones, we'll start from there. Sutra frontoethmoidalis. This is frontal bone, this is ethmoidal bone. Sutra frontoethmoidalis. Okay, next is sutra sphenoethmoidalis. This is sphenoid bone, this is ethmoid bone. Actually, there should be a connection, bone connection over here. Between superior and inferior, there would be like a junction, which is actually sutura sphenoethmoidalis here. Sphenoethmoidalis. Next, sutura ethmoidal lacrimalis. This is ethmoidal bone, this is lacrimal bone, this is here. Sutura ethmoid lacrimalis. Next, sutura lacrimaxillaris. This is lacrimal bone, this is maxilla bone, so this. Sutura lacrimaxillaris. Next, sutura ethmoid maxillaris. This is ethmoid bone, this is maxilla bone. Sutura ethmoid maxillaris. Next, sutura spinozygomatica. Okay, where is sphenoid bone? This. Zygomaticus bone is this. So this is sutura sphenoid zygomatica. Last is sutura spinofrontalis. This is sphenoid bone, this is frontal bone, this is sutura spinofrontalis. There are 7 sutras and 2 fissuras. We'll revise again. Sutura frontoethmoidalis, frontal, ethmoidals, between them sutura. Sutura sphenoethmoidalis, here, between them, which is absent in this bone. Here, which actually divides fissura orbitalis superior and inferior, is sutura sphenoethmoidalis. Sutura ethmoid lacrimalis, ethmoid, lacrimal, sutura ethmoid lacrimalis, sutura lacrimal maxillaris, sutura ethmoid maxillaris, ethmoid and maxillaris, and then sutura spinozygomatica. Sphenoid bone, zygomatico bone, there sutura between them is sutura spinozygomatica, and last is sutura spinofrontalis. This is frontal bone, this is sphenoid bone, sutura spinofrontalis. That's it. Fissura orbitalis superior, fissura orbitalis inferior,
canalis
opticus into sphenoid bone. This is nasal bone. This here is lacrimal bone, and the thing goes in is sulcus lacrimalis. Sulcus lacrimalis. Okay. Now this whole thing is orbital cavity. Okay. So these bones. Zygomaticus, frontale, sphenoid, maxilla, ethmoid, nasal, blah blah blah. Their surface inside the orbital cavity is known as fascias of that bone. Okay. For example, this is fascias orbitalis, ossis zygomaticus. Fascias orbitalis, ossis sphenoidis. Fascias orbitalis, ossis ethmoidalis. Fascias orbitalis, ossis maxilla. Fascias orbitalis, ossis frontale. Done with all the fascias. Now for maxilla, it's only fascias orbitalis maxilla. Fascias orbitalis os zygomaticum, fascias orbitalis os sphenoidium, fascias orbitalis os ethmoidium, fascias orbitalis os frontale, fascias orbitalis maxilla. This is fissura orbitalis inferior. See from phone on. Fissura orbitalis inferior. This up thing is ala minor. This ala minor, if you can say then ala minor. And then, remember here two processes were there. Processes sphenoidale, lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. Process is orbitale, lamina perpendicular ossis palatini. That process is seen inside orbital cavity. This is processus orbitalis, lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. Very important processes. Okay. It was named over here. This is process sphenoidale because it's in sphenoidal bone. This is processus orbitale and the ending is same. Lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. Process is orbitalis, lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. Okay. Now we'll do the sutras. And this is cranial cavity or cavitas cranii. This when you cut the transverse section of the skull, this is what you get. That is a cavitas cranii, cranial cavity. First, let's start with the conhas. This is conha nasalis inferior, conha nasalis media, and conha nasalis superior, conha nasalis media, conha nasalis superior, and conha nasalis suprema. Now, meatus nasi. Remember for meatus nasi, whichever conha below whichever conha the meatus comes, the same name applies to that also. For example, this is conha nasalis inferior, so meatus nasi inferior. This is conha nasalis media, so meatus nasi medialis. This is conha nasalis superior, so this is this meatus nasi superior. Okay, only 3 meatuses but 4 conhas. Conha nasalis inferior, conha nasalis medialis, conha nasalis superior, conha nasalis suprema. We are done with conhas and meatus. Meatus below conha, meatus below conha. There are 3 meatuses here and 1 more meatus here. Meatus nasopharynx. Okay, meatus nasopharynx. So 4 meatus is done, 4 conhas done. Conha के नीचे जो meatus आता है वही उसका ही नाम उस पे भी लगता है, ठीक है? Now let's do the parts. This is nasal bone. So os nasal, lacrimal bone is inside here. So this is lacrimal, os lacrimale. There is a processes over here which is not properly defined in the bone, but its name is processus frontale maxille. Okay, in the maxillary bone on the frontal surface. So processus frontale maxille. Okay, and os nasale, os lacrimale. Now there are 2 processes. One is both are present in conha nasalis inferior. One is over here, one is over here. Process is lacrimale because this is the lacrimal bone part. Process is lacrimale and process is ethmoidale. Okay, process is lacrimale, process is ethmoidale. And then this we know is processus palatinus maxillae. This is canalis incisivus which forms foramen or fossa incisivus when 2 maxillae meet left and right. Canalis incisivus. This is processus palatinus maxillae, and this is processus palatinus alveoli, that is surrounding the teeth wala. Okay. Now let's do the laminas. As you know, this is sphenoid bone ka endings. This is lamina mediale. This is inside. Lamina mediale processus pterygoides. Lamina laterale processus pterygoides. As this was the back part, the below lower part of sphenoidal bone. This is lamina medialis processus pterygoides, lamina lateralis processus pterygoides, and now this palatine part. As we know, this is lamina horizontalis ossis palatini, lamina horizontalis ossis palatini, and which is perpendicular to that. That is this one. This one is lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. Remember this name, very important. This is lamina horizontalis ossis palatini. Perpendicular to that 90 degree is lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. Remember this name as it's going to be used in many processes, 2 main processes. And this is sinus frontalis. No, sinus sphenoidalis. This is sinus frontalis. Okay, and this is most basically sinus ethmoidalis. Don't know. This is sinus. Wait a second, let me focus. Sinus sphenoidalis, sinus frontalis. Now, if you see from here, this foramen, which is very important, foramen spinopalatinum. It's present inside the sphenoid bone, we can say. Yeah, foramen spinopalatinum. Let me focus. Yes. And now this side of it, both sides have processus. This processus, this is in sphenoid bone itself. So this is processus, sphenoid, and this line is lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. So processus, sphenoid, lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. One more is present in this bone, the orbital bone, or whatever you can say. This is palatine bone, but inside it goes from here. That is processus orbitalis lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. Okay, processus orbitalis lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. This better view you'll get from here. See this blue color, exactly this. Processus orbitalis, because it's in the orbital cavity. Processus orbitalus lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. Now let's get back to the cavity. Okay, this was sinus sphenoidalis, sinus frontalis. We're done with the processus. Let's do with the important terms. This was sinus sphenoidalis, sinus frontalis. Sinus sphenoidalis is surrounded by an apertura that is known as apertura sinus sphenoidale. This apertura sinus sphenoidale. The main holes, sinus sphenoidalis, sinus frontalis, sinus ethmoidalis. If it's from here, foramen spinopalatinum, which is surrounded by two processes on the left. Left one is orbital because it goes in the orbital cavity. That is processus orbitalis lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. And this processus which is present in sphenoidal bone is processus sphenoidalis lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini. And then this is canalus incisivus, which forms foramen incisivus. This is processus palatinus ossis palatini. No, processus palatinus maxillare. Okay, this is processus palatinus maxillare. This is processus alveoli maxillare. This is this was lamina mediale processus pterygoideus, laminae laterale processus pterygoideus, lamina horizontalis ossis palatini, lamina perpendicularis ossis palatini, concha nasalis inferior medialis superior suprema, nasal bone, lacrimal bone, processus lacrimalis, processus ethmoidalis, meatus inferior, medial, superior, and meatus nasopharynx. There's a processus here, processus frontalis maxillare. That's it, guys. Thank you. Okay, let's do the lateral side view. Where crista infratemporalis. Crista infratemporalis divides fossa temporalis and fossa infratemporalis. This is crista infratemporalis. This is fossa infratemporalis. This is crista infratemporalis, which divides fossa infratemporalis and fossa temporalis. Now this is fossa pterygopalatina, a very important fossa because 6 joining connections are joined here. Inside fossa infratemporalis, you will find foramen spinopalatinum. Foramen spinopalatinum. This is fissura orbitalis inferior. Okay, fissura orbitalis inferior. Fissura orbitalis inferior because that is fissura orbitalis.